Rise for the playing of the country's national anthem.
She saw me doing it and she was like, no, and I was like, and no. You knew it was like,
well, you know you're doing it, but you don't want to do it. It was funny.
And then when you disconnect that line, then your phone stops.
It ain't no first pitch on that. Nobody.
No.
I just say play ball when this is over. Yeah, no first pitches.
Let's play ball.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the national anthem here for the getting ready for the first pitch for Alabama State versus Jackson State. Yesterday, Alabama State able to pull off a win, 3-2. Here at Barbara Williams Stadium. And we've got Alabama State in their all-black uniforms, silver numbers and letters across the front. Nice, the good-looking, clean look that Adidas provided us. Got a little hornet on the top. In the back to identify the Alabama State Hornets. Ashley Pye in the circle today. On defense for Alabama State is going to be Kendall DeRamus in center field, Madison Myers in left field, Alexa Demby in right field, Alana Scott at shortstop, Jada Gardner at second, Kiana Parrish at third base, Bailey Greenlee as listed at first base, and it will actually be at first.
Leading off for the Tigers, left fielder number 8, Maury Stevens.
Kiana Parrish at first base. So we got a couple of corrections, and we'll get those to you as soon as possible. Also catching today, though, is number 34, Brooke Ramsey, as we have Jackson State coming to the plate. Number 8 will be leading off. The left fielder, Maury Stevens. So that'll be Alex Preston at first base. His first pitch is delivered as a strike. We got an 0-1 count as Ashley Pye toes the rubber in the circle here. And that's going to catch the outside corner. And we're going to get an 0-2. Gets the leadoff batter, Maury Stevens. Stevens, hard shot back to the pitcher. Pye handles it over to first base, Alex Preston. So we got Preston on at first base. That'll be the only change. With Bailey Greenlee is actually will move into the DP spot. I would assume, I'm not that sure about that, but they do have Bailey listed here as the DP, so I was actually incorrect in that. I had a older version of the lineup. And first pitch to Brooklyn Morris, the DP, number 9, is outside for ball 1. Pie in the circle now. Delivered inside. A little bit tighter than the batter light, but not as far off the corner as you might think. But it is called for an inside ball to go push the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Pie started yesterday's game through about 4 or 5 innings, 4 strong innings. Put a couple runners on. Pitch is going to be a little low, probably got the corner, but a little bit low to go to 3-0. Through 4 solid innings, got in a little bit of trouble. Greenlee able to come in and handle everything and take care of it for him. So we were able to pull off the win yesterday, 3-2, and Pie got the victory. And that's going to get that outside corner. It's going to move the count. 3 balls and 1 strike with 1 out here as Morris faces Pie. On a beautiful afternoon. Hopefully the rain clouds will stay away and we can get 2 in and have a free Easter weekend. As Pie gets on the rubber. Hard ball to short. Handled by Scott over to Preston.
Next up at
That's going to be the second out of the inning.
Catcher number 26, Isabel Guzman.
Isabel Guzman coming to the plate. The first pitch is going to be delivered outside for ball 1. Guzman hitting a clean 105 on the season. We handled her pretty well yesterday. Ashley did as well. And throws one inside. Got the result she wanted with a hard ground ball in foul territory to push the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. She's got 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Number 26, Isabel Guzman at the plate is Ashley Pie. Toes the rubber in the circle, gets her sign. And delivers the pitch. It's going to catch that outside corner, but it's going to be a little bit low, so we're going to move to 2 balls and 1 strike. I think it's a good pitch. She couldn't have done very much with that, but just a little bit low for the umpire today. Guzman takes the outside pitch to the shortstop, Alana Scott, over to Alex Preston. And we've got no runs in the top half of the inning, no hits.
That'll do it for the
Alabama
top of the
State didn't
first
make
inning,
any
ladies
errors,
and gentlemen.
and
That was no runs off no hits, no errors with
nobody
none
was
left on base.
We've completed 1 inning, or 1/2 of an inning. Score 0-0 as Alabama State prepares to come to the plate. We've got Kendall DeRamus, Madison Myers, and Alexia Denby
next to it?
coming up to bat for the Hornets. So we go to a quick break.
It's behind the screen?
I forget what it's called. It's got a little blue button kind of in the middle, I think.
That's the on-off button.
No, not that one. Keep going towards the lens. Behind with a little screen that's pulled out, or in front of it, excuse me.
The iris.
Yeah, it's like you should be able to pop it up once and it goes change the brightness on the screen. You want to FaceTime me?
Leading off for the Hornets, center fielder number 1, Kendall DeRamus.
Okay, so the audio is coming from the Mac, so you're going to be on live the whole time.
All right, Alabama State here coming up to bat. We've got Kendall DeRamus on defense for JSU. You're going to have pitching is Macy Kuppenbender, throwing to Isabel Guzman.
Wait, what?
First pitch is going to be high and inside. It's gonna.
Do I need to go outside?
So from outfield, you got Maury Stevens, Monica Serrano. Right
so
field, you got
confused.
Marissa Medina. And then infield, you got across the horn, you got Alexis Arredondo, Samaya Huckabee, Rachel Barker, and Jalia Hubbard. Doremus flies out to the center fielder, Monica Serrano. For
Next up at bat for the Hornets, left fielder number 2, Madison Myers.
Right now batting for the Hornets, you got Madison Myers coming to the plate. Lefty digs in. She's going to take the first pitch inside for ball 1.
So down like all.
Myers hitting .439 on the season. The left fielder digs in, takes the pitch outside, and she's going to go to 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Myers. Kuppenbender 1-3 this season with a 7.12 ERA. Right, he comes in a little high and tight. It's going to be 3 balls and no strikes.
Spring game, John.
Then it's baseball that night, ain't it? Then the March of Hornet picnic.
I didn't know about that. What time was the picnic?
All day long over there at Oak Park.
Oh, that's the one. I see him.
Myers takes the outside pitch. Not much you can do with that. Might have gotten a little bit of black on the outside. Count going to move to 3 balls and 1 strike. Pitch going to be high. And it's going to put Myers on first base.
Next up at bat for the
22
Hornets,
stolen
right
bases, so you
fielder
could
number
look for-
5, Alexia Denby.
For the Hornets to be moving here as Alexia Denby comes to the plate. Denby is hitting .324. She's got 11 home runs on the season, so you could see the Hornets moving right here, trying to get her over. Denby, and if she's moving and Denby uses her power and gets in one of the gaps, then we could be on the board here in the first inning. It's exactly what Coach Todd Bradley would want in the the bottom half of the first inning here at home.
There we go.
Kuppenbender delivers an inside pitch for a strike. It's been no balls, 1 strike to Denby.
You want to change your You'll just have to mute it there when you want it quiet. Yeah, just mute that there. On this
Kuppenbender delivers. Myers is moving and it's fouled off. She's got an 0-2 count. And they're going to have her out apparently for leaving early. They're going to take the pitch and the result, and the Hornets find themselves with 2 outs here in the first inning. Denby digs in, fouls it away. So Denby holds. Got a 3-man crew. Umpires are in a lot better position to watch that leaving early. Couldn't really see it myself, but the umpires have a pretty good view. Interesting in the Mississippi game this past week, Mississippi State game this past weekend. Pretty controversial call where they called the runner out for leaving early, and the batter actually hit a home run, and so they lost the home run and the 2-run shot to a runner leaving early on a very, very controversial call. The count goes now is outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs to Denby as she digs in. Pitch delivered. It's going to be inside, and it's going to run the count full to Denby as Cup and Bender. Going to get some chalk there. It's a warm day. It's starting to get, it's probably the hottest day they've played in all year. After yesterday playing so late, we didn't get the heat of 85 to 90 degrees. So today, probably the hottest day they played in. Denby swings. It's one high to right field, and it's going to be taken in by the right fielder, Marissa Medina. And so the Hornets are
that'll do it for the first inning, ladies and gentlemen. That was no runs, no hits, no errors,
no runs, no hits, no
base.
errors, and nobody left on base. And we've completed one inning. The score: Alabama State 0, Jackson State 0. All right, we're back here for the second inning, and Jackson State's Marissa Medina, right fielder, 0-0. The freshman is hitting .448 for the Tigers. Defense hasn't changed. Pye talks to her defense, gets everything set, and she's going to be getting into the circle, getting ready to get on the rubber as we see Marissa Medina, Monica Serrano, and Jalia Hubbard here for Jackson State this inning. And the pitch delivered is going to get that outside corner for a strike. Pye's got a nice outside curve that kind of hits that front corner. It'll finish in the catcher's glove over the white line, but it's where it comes across the plate. And so she gets that one a little bit further into it. It's hit hard back to her, but Pye handles her position as she normally does.
Next up is that for the Tigers, center fielder number 24, Monica Serrano.
To record the first out of the inning. Here in the top of the second, we've got number 24 coming to bat. The center fielder, Monica Serrano. She's hit .231 on the year. And Pye delivers the pitch. This could probably be a little outside. It seems, I actually came across, it might have been a little bit high. It seemed like it came around that front corner, but probably a little bit too high. And we got ball one here to Serrano. Pye gets her pitch and her windup off the rubber. It's going to be a little bit too far inside. It's going to get Serrano in the leg. Actually in the probably ankle or shin area, it looked like. It's going to leave a mark. It's going to put her on first base. So Serrano hobbles to first.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, third baseman, number 15, Jalia Hubbard.
Comes out from third and checks on her. Gets her she's got a little gimp in her run when she runs. It got her pretty good. They're going to leave her in the game.
Jalia?
Yes. That's what Mama said when I said it wrong once.
Jalia? You said Jalia?
It just out of the, I said it right the whole game, and then one time I said it wrong.
Jalia? So it's Jalia?
That's going to bring Jalia Hubbard to the plate with a runner on first and one out. Alexa Pye gets her pitch and the wind up. Ball hit the short from Scott to Gardner. No play at first, but Gardner delivers it a little bit high.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, first baseman, number 5, Alexis Arredondo.
And the first baseman, Alexis Arredondo, to the plate, the lefty. Got a runner on first, 2 outs. Pye seems to be trucking along here in the top half of the second inning.
He got the boot on now.
Well, great pitch by Pye on the outside corner, but I tell you, it's an even better frame job by Brooke Ramsey as she gets out there and sets up hard and delivers right to the mitt. Might have been a little bit outside, but because of her frame job, she held it strong and they hit her spot. Then she got the call. It's going to be 0-1, and they're going to try to bunt her over. Delivers down to Gardner, and she catches it right on the back. And there's going to be a throw out there. Nice play by Brooke Ramsey. Great tag by Jada Gardner. And even the coach is not arguing about that after he argued about everything last night.
And so that's going to make it that was no runs,
another no hits,
no errors, with
no runs, no errors,
base.
and nobody left on base. We've completed the top half of the second inning. It's a 0-0.
Yep, the USB codex was.
All right, back here in the bottom of the second inning, Alabama State coming to the plate. Alex Preston. It'll be Preston, Brooke Ramsey, Kiana Parrish batting here in the bottom of the second. Alex Preston hitting .310 on the season, 5 home runs. We got Macy Kuppenbender towing the rubber, gets her signal. Her wind up and pitch. It's going to be inside for called strike 1. 0-1 count on Preston. With a split grip. See that every once in a while. Takes the pitch outside. I'm going to get a 1 ball and 1 strike. Kuppenbender, not a big strikeout. He's got 10 strikeouts on the season. It's about 1 every other inning. That's going to be out for a ball to go to 2-1 on Alex Preston. Preston fouls that back off the catcher's helmet. Moves the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kuppenbender gets the signal. Nice pitch, gets the outside corner.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, catcher number 34, Brooke Ramsey.
That's going to bring up Brooke Ramsey to the plate. Nice throw down, put out for Ramsey in the last half of the inning. And she hits a grounder to short. Shortstop Rachel Barker eats it up. Over to Alexis.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, third baseman, number 22.
And there's 2 outs now in the inning. It's going to bring up Kiana Parrish, third baseman. She digs in. Takes an inside strike. Strike 1. She goes in on the first pitch, goes a little further in on the second pitch for a ball. It's going to give us 1 ball, 1 strike here, 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Senior Parrish hitting 300 on the season as she takes another ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And delivers on the outside. It's going to run the count of 3 balls, 1 strike on Parrish. Parrish back into the stands.
Oh, can't get through it. Hold up that barrel.
Count full now with 2 strikes. No runners on, or they would be running here. Cup and Bender delivers the pitch. Hard hit ball. Third base, Jalea Hubbard. Hubbard snags it on the line to record the 3rd out. It's going to be no runs.
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for the second inning.
Nobody
That was
left
no
on base
runs off no hits.
for Alabama
No
State.
errors,
Went
with
2
no
innings,
left
score
on base.
0-0 after 2. Ashley Pye in the circle for Alabama State as Jackson State brings up Alexis Arredondo, the first baseman. Left-handed senior hitting .222. And get an outside corner. Strike 1. No balls and 1 strike here on Arredondo. Pie outside. Arredondo puts down the pitch. The runner was definitely not in the running lane that we spent 25-minute delay on yesterday to make sure that we had. We do have it in here today.
Next up at bat for
we
the
don't
Tigers,
get the call,
second
so
baseman
she's
number
gonna be
4,
safe
Samaya
there.
Huckabee.
Put a leadoff runner on first base. He's going to bring up the batter, Samaya Huckabee, the second baseman. Arredondo with a nice bunt right there in front of the catcher. The catcher gets out as far as she could to get it, but just a little bit too much speed to get it. And there's going to be a play at first, sacrifice bunt. They're going to throw back over to short. And that's the pitcher catching that and taking care of that, Ashley Pye. Nice job coming out of the circle to get the out. Jackson State's
Next up at bat for the
Huckabee does a good
Tigers,
job to get
shortstop number 2, Rachel
the
Barker.
runner over, and now they've got a runner in scoring position with Rachel Barker, who's hitting .667. Has 3 triples, only 15 at bats on the season, but she has been a pretty good stick for them. So this is a good 9-hole position for Jackson State to try to get back up to the top of the lineup. And Barker, the shortstop. And Pye delivers the pitch. It's going to be the inside quadrant of the plate for strike number 1. We got 1 out here. 1 strike in the top of the 3rd inning. Barker fouls the next pitch off for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Samaya Huckabee. Take that back. Alexis Arredondo on second base. Pitch called a ball. We got 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner on second base here. Top half of the 3rd inning. Jackson State in to bat. They're all red uniforms. Pitch sawed off to the second baseman, Jada Gardner. Gardner over to Preston. She walks it over to the pitcher.
Back to the top of the lineup. At bat for the Tigers, left fielder number 8, Maury Stevens.
And Maury Stevens comes to the plate. Pye gets that outside corner. Tell you what, Whit Ramsey keeps on inching out there a little bit further and a little bit further. And the umpire keeps letting it go a little bit further, a little bit further. And I'm sure Pye would love to live outside all day long on that pitch. She comes a little bit further, goes from inside toward the middle of the plate, gets the swing and strike. Move the count to 0-2 here with 2 outs. Stevens hangs on with a foul ball. She'll face an 0-2 count here again.
Man, they sucker you in like the whole first 3 months they
And Stevens with a hard ball, rolling all the way to center, gets an RBI, and Jackson State is the first one on the board here.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, number 9, Brooklyn Morris.
They go up 1-0. There's an offensive timeout as Head coach brings the runners, the batter, and then on deck in to talk about the strategy here with 2 outs. And the number 2 hitter, Brooklyn Morris, at the plate, 458 with a double and 4 home runs. Maury Stevens, 5 stolen bases on the year. But she's shown capacity to be able to run and go based on last night's appearance, so that's a deceptive number as far as stolen bases. It'll be interesting to see what the coach is cooking up here in the top half of the inning. Pie prepares and wind up and pitch. He's going to get that outside corner. Strike 1. Brooklyn Morris takes it. Nobody moving on first. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. We're in the top of the 3rd. Pie delivers. A runner moving on Ramsey. She's going to beat that throw this time, though. She's in safe. We got a ball call on that. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on second base. Score 1-0. Morris digs in, Pie digs in, delivery and pitch. He's going to get that outside corner. She didn't like that one, but that had a lot more black than most of the pitches I've seen today. So we go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ramsey moves way out. And go 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the batter Morris. Stevens on second base. Pie delivers outside. It's a swing and a miss and the strikeout.
2 hits, no errors, 1 left on.
She's got 1 run off 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base for Jackson State that inning. We're going to move to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Score Jackson State 1.
That'll do it for the top of the 3rd, ladies and gentlemen. That was 1 run off 2 hits, no errors with 1 left on base. Hornet Nation.
Back here at the bottom of the 3rd inning, Alana Scott leading off, so we have Scott Greenlee and Jada Gardner batting this inning. She takes first pitch inside for a ball. Got 1 ball, no strikes. Scott hitting .358 on the season. She's got double digits, 10 steals. Alabama State likes to get on base and move them over themselves and then try to get driven in. She hits a ground ball to second
baseman. Next up at bat for the Hornets,
Somebody
number 3, Bailey Greenlee.
Alexis Arredondo, and gets the put out for the first out of the inning. Now batting, Bailey Greenlee, designated hitter today. She Digs in, hits a slap short, and she's going to beat that out. Nice at bat by Greenlee, showing her wheels. There, she puts a perfect 6-hole to the short, hangs back on it.
Second baseman,
You can't hang
number
back
14,
on a slapper. Greenlee over.
Gardner.
And that's going to bring up Jada Gardner, just down the road at Pike Road High School, the hometown hero.
That's a hole right there.
She takes the first pitch for a strike. Third baseman almost made a major mistake there. It's a hard hit ball. She cuts off, but she takes a look at second base and
Back to the
takes a
top of the
look
lineup for the
on a speedy
Hornets.
slap
At
right to
bat,
Gardner.
center
You can be in
fielder
trouble.
number
It makes the
1,
play a lot
Kendall
closer.
Doremus.
She is able to record the out at first base. Jalea Hubbard over to Orodondo. That's going to be the second out of the inning. But it does move Greenlee over to second base as Kendall Doremus comes to the plate, takes first pitch for a strike. Oh, 0-1 count to Doremus. It's going to take it high. Anything in the green, I think Bailey Greenlee can get into score. And Doremus digs in. Cuppy bender. Takes the signal in the windup. Delivers the pitch. Doremus is soft, pop up into the foul territory and out of play. It's going to move the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And she's going to get it. Shortstop's going to make the play and makes the throw to get the out at first base. Nice play by the shortstop, Rachel Barker. Long-legged first baseman Alexis Ordondo able to get enough to get the out, and that's going to end.
That'll do it for the third inning, ladies and gentlemen. That was no runs off 1 hit.
Alabama State not
no
able to get
errors
any
with
runs
1
off their
left on base.
hit. Jackson State didn't make any errors, and that's going to leave 1 on base for Alabama State. We've completed 3 innings. Score 1-0, Jackson State. First pitch line to center field, just off the glove of Kendall Doremus, but Alexia Demby
Next up
right
at bat
behind
for
her.
the Tigers, number 0,
They would hold
right
that to a
fielder
single.
Marissa Medina.
And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Marissa Medina. Jackson State making a 22 in for 26. It's going to be number 22, Madison Perry, in to run for the catcher, Guzman. And Medina at the plate. Medina hitting 448 in the top half of the fourth inning. And the pitch gets the inside corner for a strike. And no balls and one strike on Medina Pie. It's thrown very well. Had one runner get on and get over enough to get in last inning for Jackson State to get the lead. This ball hit to short. Scott takes it herself, tags the bag, fires it over to Preston, and Pie just rolled her a double play. Get out of any kind of trouble. That's going to be 2 outs as Monica Serrano comes to the plate. Serrano hitting .231 on the season. 3 doubles. She's got a little bit of pop in her bat. Delivered a little bit too far outside. 1 ball, no strikes. High delivers the pitch. A little bit too far inside on that one. It's 2 balls, no strikes. We do have 2 outs here as Serrano digs in. Pie with precision painting the corners today. Umpire letting her get a little bit outside, a little bit further outside, and she keeps on taking advantage of that. She delivers that one over the front corner, but the umpire must have thought maybe a little bit too low. Seemed like it did come over that front corner. It's going to push the count, 3 balls, no strikes. Pie gets the pitch and delivery. It's going to be right over the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pie gets the signal. Toes the rubber, delivers the pitch. Batter has towed the line as much as possible to the point to where if it doesn't hit her, it has to be a strike. Well, that didn't hit her. That's going to push the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pie trying to work all the way back from a 3-0 count against Serrano. Delivers the pitch. I think you're going to get some complaints on whether or not she was in the lane or not. Apparently they're not.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, third baseman, number 15, Julia Hubbard.
Check on her, on his runner. She seems to be fine as she walks up and down the line. That's going to clear the count and give us a new batter. Serrano goes to first. Jalea Hubbard hitting .385, junior third baseman. Comes to the plate, and Montgomery works his way back to the third base coaching box. Like I said, the Pie's been working that inside, and that batter is right on the chalk. If she's not on the corner, she's going to hit the batter. But you got to fight that inside pitch in there, as she's done successfully today. She delivers that one, gets that front corner. She'll work in, out, all day long, and she'll keep these batters guessing as she has today. It's 1-0 Jackson State. 0-1 count, Jalea Hubbard. High delivers. It's going to be outside. Chased for strike 2. Pie in a little bit of better position with this batter, 0-2. See what she does here. Poke the swing. A little bit too far outside. I don't think the umpire's going to let her have that one.
Baseball got a game tomorrow. Baseball got a game tomorrow. Two games tomorrow?
Today they play 2. Baseball will be playing 2 games today. Softball will too, so we've got 2 doubleheaders going on back-to-back here on Good Friday. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hit to center field. Going to be short. The runner, Serrano, thinks about going to third and decides to hold up. Montgomery holds her up.
For the Tigers,
it's going to give us a runner on first and second.
Number 5, Alexis Arredondo.
That's going to bring up number 5, Alexis Arredondo, to the plate. First pitch to Samaya Huckabee. I'm sorry. That is Alexis Arredondo. It's going to be outside for ball 1. Yeah, runners on first and second. 1 ball here. On the outside corner. Arredondo fouls it off out of play. Just count 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice pitch by Pye. Might have finished a little bit high. Ramsey with a great job of framing there. He's going to push the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Top of the 4th. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And that's going to miss high as well. And push the count 3 balls and 1 strike. Arredondo.
Hey, let's go, Ashley. Hey, make a play, ladies. Let's go. 2 out.
High gets the signal, toes the rubber. Hits her spot. It's going to push the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the umpire being very generous on that outside corner, but it's been consistent all day long, so the batters have to be ready to swing and do something with that pitch. Pye delivers, full count, and that's going to be a little bit too far out. And that's going to jam the bases up for Samaya Huckabee.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, second baseman number 4, Samaya Huckabee.
Second baseman. Coach Kevin Montgomery says we just need something in play that we can get a runner in. Pye gets her signal. Toes the rubber. And the delivery. It's going to give you strike 1.
Back up,
We had like a 30-minute delay because we didn't have a running lane.
Go, Ashley.
Gets her glove on it.
Good job.
Alana Scott is able to make the play. Pye with a heck of a play, just get a glove on it, slowed it down, moved it over to short a little bit. Alana Scott gets it, flips it to Jada Gardner, and that's going to be a third out of the inning, and Jackson State
That'll do
is
it for the
unable to
top of the
score.
fourth inning, ladies and gentlemen.
No
That was
runs.
no runs off 2 hits.
2 hits.
No errors with
Alabama
3
State,
left on base.
errors, and nobody 3 left on base for Jackson State. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 1-0.
Yes.
Right to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Alabama State brings up the number 2 hitter, number 2, Madison Myers. It's at 439 on the season.
Stay inside the ball. Let's go.
Good spot for a slapper in the leadoff. Try to do something and get on and get Doremus up, and or get Demby up, and let's get something going here in the bottom half of the fourth and do something a little bit different and get some runs across the plate here. Myers, high chopper over the pitcher. Second baseman is not able to get her in time. Perfect chop bunt over a tall pitcher.
Next up at bat for the Hornets,
to get it over
right
their head.
fielder number 5,
For Myers, maybe do something right here.
Demby.
Myers has 22 stolen bases. Alexia Demby, though, has, again, 11 home runs and 33 RBIs. The way you get the RBIs, you get number 1, number 2 up. You get a Jada Gardner or a Doremus or Myers up, and Demby can do what she needs to do to get these runners in. That needs to happen now. It's going to be a high fly ball, and it's going to be in left center. She's having a little bit of trouble, but she drives it in. Myers decides she's going to tag, and she is safe at second base. So Demby gets the long
Next up at
fly
bat
ball
for the
in front of
Hornets,
the Alabama
first
State.
baseman number 27,
padded wall.
Alex Preston.
Centerfield had a little bit of trouble with it, but she hauls it in. So Myers is able to advance to second base. So nice read by Myers, and probably coached by the first base coach there to tag on that deep fly ball instead of going halfway like you see a lot of times.
Hey, stay inside. Hey, drive it
Alex
up the
Preston
box.
comes to the plate, the first baseman. She's hitting .310 on the year. She's got 33 RBIs as well. Demby did her job. Got to run her over. Preston takes the outside pitch. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Go, Alex. Go, Blue.
Preston gives the ump a little bit of a look, but I got to tell you, we've gotten a lot of corners today. I don't think we need to be turning around and giving that look. Preston digs in. Gets the inside pitch, this time in the dirt, though. She takes it for second ball. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. We've got Madison Myers, a speedy left fielder, on second base. We get anything in the green, and we're going to be tied here.
Go box, Alex. You all right?
Outside corner. You can get 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Go, 2-7.
Preston with that split grip. She swings. It's going to be a deep fly ball. I don't know if it's going to be deep enough for a tag, and it's not. Fly ball is Monica Serrano's able to
Next
hold
up
it
at
in.
bat for the Hornets, catcher number 34, Brooke
Bring up
Ramsey.
Our catcher, number 34, Brooke Ramsey. catcher. One thrown out runner today.
They threw it.
Looking to do something here at the plate and help Alabama State get back into the tie ball game. She takes the first pitch outside for strike one.
Oh, bro, drive her in.
And she takes the next pitch on the other corner, so she goes out, and then she goes in, and then she goes a 0-2 count.
Oh, see it in there again.
Ramsey digs in.
Okay.
Got 2 outs here with a runner on second. Base hit, hitting green, and we got somebody, and we're back in business, guys. Let's get this hit right here. It's a hard ball to third. She's not able to handle the routine third baseman. Jalea Hubbard takes it off her
Next up
chest.
at bat for the
No
Hornets,
throw.
third
That's gonna
baseman
put
number 22, Kiana
Ramsey on
Parrish.
first base. That's going to bring Kiana Parrish, the third baseman, hitting 300. She's got 12 RBIs. I'd love to see her get number 13 and 14 right here.
No, key right now.
We'll see if we'll do anything with 2 outs.
Pick one out, drive it.
Ramsey does have 7 stolen bases. We'll give a fake look. They're going to throw down the short. Nothing cooking over here on third, and that's going to give Ramsey her 8th stolen base of the year. Gives up the strike at the plate to move the runner. 1-0. Base hit right here. And we're not only back in business, we're in the lead. It's going to be outside. Probably a little low. Probably got that front corner, but it'll be a little low. We can go 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Parrish, it's hard. Inside pitch. A little bit too hard. It gets down. Stays in foul territory. Coach Bradley safe over there with his rocking his Alabama State helmet. We go 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Parrish. She's going to take the low pitch for ball 2. So we got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. We need 2 RBIs by number 22 right here. Tries to go up high, gets a little bit too high. We got a full count. We got Parrish, got Alana Scott hitting 358 with 12 RBIs as well on deck. Inside pitch is hit. Fouling out of play. Continues count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Like the way she was thinking though is cup and bender.
It's just a preference what they want.
Misses low. Alana Scott's going to move first base.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, shortstop number 21, Alana Scott.
It's going to bring up Alana Scott, the shortstop. Parrish with the walk. And this time it's the Alabama State Hornets with the loaded bases, looking to get in the business. Jackson State gathers at the mound.
Tyler hit a home run baseball. No, they tied it up.
Umpire just letting them go. Let's see what the freshman Scott can do right here. 2-1 gets a double and make this game 2-1 Alabama State. That's what we need.
Let's go, 2-1. Beat you now, babe. Well, sit.
Scott fouls one down the first base line. Foul.
In conference, there's when they play in conference.
Oh, 2-1.
Ball hit. First baseman Arredondo fields it cleanly, tags the base, and
0-1-1-3.
we finish the inning, no runs. One hit, one error, 3 left on base.
That'll do it for the 4th inning, ladies and gentlemen. That was no
Completed
runs
4
on
innings.
1 hit, 1
Jackson
error
State
with 3 left on
Good
base.
guys. Alabama State still scoreless. We had the top of the 5th. All right, top of the 5th. Rachel Barker batting, shortstop for Jackson State. Pye still in the game. No defensive changes as she misses high and away. 4-1. We got 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Top of the 5th. We got Barker, Stevens, and Morris up for Jackson State. Pye gets the signal. Delivers. Barker puts it on the ground. Pye fields it. Over to
Next up at bat for the
covering
Tigers,
first.
top of the lineup, left fielder number 8, Mari Stevens.
We got 1 out just that quick. Now batting the left fielder, number 8, Mari Stevens. And with the top of the order coming up, now that they've seen Pye twice, we're going to bring in Bailey Greenlee.
Now
Greenlee
pitching
came
for
in
the
relief.
Warriors,
He got the
number
save
3,
yesterday.
Bailey Greenlee.
And I like this move. I like the way that they're stretching Pye and Greenlee out, kind of combining them. They've seen Pye twice today. Now they're going to be coming up for that 3rd time. Bring in the harder throwing Greenlee. I like this move by Coach Bradley. Let her take a couple more warm-up pitches and then come back for action. 1 out. Lead off Mari Stevens coming up. first pitch from Greenlee is a strike. And that's going to be third ball. We've got 3 balls and 1 strike now. Greenlee starts off with a strike. So just throw 3 balls. 3 balls and 1 strike. Stevens. And goes to ball 4.
Next up at bat
Stevens
for the
also
Tigers,
bring on,
number 9, Brooklyn Morris.
Lefty Morris shows bunt and throw down to Gardner, and she's got her again. Right on the money by Brooke Ramsey. Gardner with a great job of letting the ball get to the runner immediately on the tag to the chest before she can get to the base. That's textbook by Ramsey and Gardner. And that's going to give you 2 outs now, and that also pitch is going to be a strike, so we're now no balls, 2 strikes, 1 strike, 2 outs. Greenlee misses outside, set up outside.
Do softball players have a highlight tape? Not really.
Greenlee misses outside again. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. And then Greenlee finds that outside corner. We're going to go to 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Greenlee gets the signal. Toes the rubber. Wind up and pitch. Be fouled. It looks like it's going to stay in play. Third baseman, Kiana Parrish, gets to the dugout and snags it in.
That'll be off at the top of the 5th inning, ladies and gentlemen. That was no runs off no hits. No errors,
no errors.
Left on base.
Nobody left on base. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. Alabama State needs to get here in business. They got Greenlee, Gardner, and Doremus coming up when we come back. Bailey Greenlee to the plate. Moves from the DP position to the pitching position. She'll be batting for herself. She takes a step and a swing. It's got a little bit more than the right fielder thought. But
Next up at bat for the Hornets, second baseman number 14, Jada Gardner.
Jada Gardner comes up with 1 out. Gardner fouls the pitch off. We got a no balls, 2 strikes. Cup and benders come inside twice. She takes a pitch outside for ball 1.
So it ain't no softball tomorrow. No baseball tomorrow. Oh man, y'all.
Enjoy your Easter weekend.
I thought I was supposed to be here tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Gardner takes a pitch.
Enjoy your Easter weekend.
High. For ball 2. Gardner back to the pitcher.
On top of that, I thought these games was later than what it was today.
They're supposed to be.
And that's going to be
Back to the top of the
second out
lineup
in.
for the Hornets, center fielder number 1, Kendall Doremus.
Center fielder Kendall Doremus coming to the plate. 2 outs.
That was supposed to be it. Yeah. I would be low.
Doremus takes pitch inside. Cup and bender coming inside on the slapping lefties. A little bit different approach than a lot of people. A lot of people will pound that outside, try to get that ground ball to third, especially if they have a solid third baseman. It's going to go 2 balls and no strikes. She's coming inside. It gives the slapper a little bit different look. And she comes outside on that one, but it's going to move to 3 balls and no strikes. Doremus was showing bunt on that. And go to 3-0, but a lot of times those left-handed slappers are so used to that outside, when they come inside, it's a little bit more difficult for them to handle. 3-0 count and wind up and pitch. It's going to catch that outside corner, move count 3 balls, 1 strike. The good thing about this Alabama State offense is so dangerous. Doremus with 31 stolen bases and 31 attempts. If she can just get on right here, she's going to get over, and that's going to put Alabama State back in business. She takes the pitch. That's all she wants to do, get on base.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, left fielder number 2, Madison Myers.
Madison Myers comes to the plate. Another short game lefty. He's hit .439 on the season. .486 on base percentage. Let's see if Doremus goes here. What they've got. They're running. And she's beating it out, and they're throwing it away. And Doremus, who was moving on the pitch, was easily able to get to third base. So Madison Myers with a single to the shortstop. Runners are able to advance.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, right fielder number 5, Alexia Denby.
Like I said, Alabama State never too far out. Down 1-0 with 2 outs. As Coach Montgomery comes to the circle and brings his infield in. Now we've got Myers on second, Doremus on first, and Alexia Denby hitting .324 with 11 home runs and 33 RBIs. Coming to the plate. Alexia Denby. All right, we need something big, but not to the wall, and nothing caught. Let's go, Denby. She takes first pitch outside, ball 1. Cup and Bender takes the windup, and the pitch is fouled off by Alexia. Just count 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't think there's anybody else that Coach Bradley would want up at the plate right now. She's due in this game. She takes the inside pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cup and Bender just doesn't need to make a mistake here, and she knows it. Sometimes leads to a bigger mistake. She's due for a mistake as well. Wind up in the pitch. And Denby's going to take that outside. They're not going to give her anything good. They've got a base to give. I mean, it's not a bad strategy, but Preston can make you pay as well. She's got 5 home runs as well and 4 doubles. So sometimes you don't want to get too tight on Denby. What they did, way too tight. Alexia Denby with a 3-run home run.
Alexia Denby.
That's going to put Alabama State up 3-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Denby with her 12th home run of the season. And Alabama State has taken the lead.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, first baseman number 27, Alex Preston.
I tell you, you could just sense Cup and Bender has been playing with fire the whole game. Denby, her last at bat to the warning track at the E in left center. She didn't miss that one. That bus might need to make sure it's insured because it was very close to putting a big old dent or busting some windows out. She pounded that one. And she misses. Ball 1. Alex Preston, the first baseman. This is outside. Moved to count 2 balls, no strikes.
Hey, don't dump that barrel, Alex. Stay in. Keep that knob through. Hey, don't dump the barrel, babe.
Preston misses that. Goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Takes the pitch inside.
Hey, you're the driver's seat.
3 balls, 1 strike here on Preston.
Inside the ball.
Bottom of the 5th. up in the pitch. Hit hard by Preston, the center fielder. Center fielder has a beat on it. Monica Serrano makes a great play, gets a great jump, and catches it over the shoulder at the warning track. And Preston really couldn't hit it much better than that.
For the fifth inning, ladies and gentlemen.
Nothing
That was
wrong
3
with that
runs
at
on
all.
2 hits, 1 error with none
3 runs,
left
2
on
hits,
base.
1 error, and
The second game's supposed to
nobody left on base. The score now:
Don't
Alabama
forget to
State
stick
3,
around, ladies and
Jackson
gentlemen.
State
Game
1.
2 of our SWAT doubleheader. Scheduled.
All right, we go to the top of the 6th inning. Isabel Guzman coming to the plate for the Tigers. I believe we got some substitutions coming. Probably a re-enter.
Somebody came out?
No.
Oh no, I'm slow at there now, y'all.
So you remember when someone pinch ran for the catcher?
Oh, they came back in?
Yeah, so the catcher came back in, so we probably just re-entered.
Oh, okay. This ain't basketball. See, basketball, y'all ain't got to tell me nothing.
All right, Greenlee looking over the dugout to get her pitch call. Settles in, wind up, and the pitch is going to be inside. 4-1 here in the top half of the 6th inning. Greenlee misses high for ball 2. A little bit off today so far. As she gets started, she's still getting settled in. Got out of that last inning. Just a little bit off and on. You can just kind of see it with her kind of hitting her back leg. Looking a little bit frustrated with her location. She'll settle in. Fires that one across the plate, and we're going to push this count to full. Well, I tell you, about 3 balls, 1 strike. And let's see what the call is. He's got her on the arm. And all coaches, all umpires, everybody's up to see what's going to be the decision here as these 3 gather together.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, right fielder number 0, Marissa Medina.
And they're going to give her a hit by pitch. Came a little bit too far inside. She did. Coming with the arms a little bit, but not enough, and off of a forearm or elbow area. Didn't hit the bat and didn't count it as a swing, and she wasn't across the plate, so they're going to count it as a hit by pitch. And so Guzman goes to first base. And Jackson State's going to put Beja Allen, freshman, in to run for Isabel Guzman. And if I'm not mistaken, that's Guzman's second re-entry or exit, and so she is burnt, and they're going to be dealing with a new catcher next inning, if my math is correct and our scorekeeper's right. Coach Bradley's going to go and talk to Greenlee. Like I said, she's kind of been missing her spots here and there. You can kind of see it and sense it. Sure, she'll get back on track here with a hit batter and at a 3-1 count, and then a 1-0 count to the next batter. He's going to say, hey, let's all settle down. We got the lead now. You're not having to pitch from behind. You're not having to hold anybody. Just do your thing, get these outs. They're going to stay back and confer. Let Bailey know they got her back. Runner's going to head back to first, and we're fixing to break and play ball again.
Bailey Greenlee, yes. Number 3.
I mean, hit him out.
Yes. 0-0.
Marissa Medina with a 1-0 count. Fouled off for a strike one, so we got 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner on first base with no outs. Wind up in the pitch. Moves up a little high. Medina lays off of it, and we're going to go 2-1. She missed there, got the foul ball on the last pitch, but I'm telling you, just those first 2 pitches out of that break of that huddle, and she already looks like she has a little bit more confidence to herself. Wind up in the pitches. Doesn't get her to bite on the rise. We can go 3 balls and 1 strike. Greenlee gets the swing, foul tip, catcher handles it, and now we're at a full count. So we got 3 balls, 2 strikes. We got a runner on first base. Marissa Medina hitting .448, solid hitter, 500 on base. She saws one off to right. Are we going to be able to handle it? Yes, Alexia Demby hauls it in for the out. Nice play, good jump on the ball. Records the first out of the inning.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, center fielder number 24, Monica Serrano.
Monica Serrano coming in. Center fielder hauled in, made a great catch to end the inning last inning. Comes up to the plate. Serrano's a .231 hitter. She's got an on-base percentage of .375, so she's got a good eye. She's liable to get hit by a pitch as well, maybe even a walk. Wind up and pitch from Greenlee. It's hit hard down the left field line. They're going 3. We've got the throw into third base. So Madison Myers to Alana Scott.
For the Tigers,
just had too much of a lead, too much speed. Now we've got a runner on second and third. With 1 out as Jalia Hubbard comes to the plate. It's a well-hit ball down the line. Myers played it perfect. Got to it, got to the point, got a good throw in.
Number 8, Jasmine Rogers.
I'll take that back. That's Jasmine Rogers that's in the game. In right, so that was Jasmine Rogers with the play. Swing and a miss, but the count 1 ball, 1 strike. They lay off the high pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Strike right here.
And that's going to be a foul ball. Got 2 balls, 2 strikes. Comes in on her hands. One out. Runner on second and third. Need Bailey come up big right here. Good speed on third. They're doing a good job of laying off that high pitch. It's full. Hubbard digs in. And she swung. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Absolutely. I don't even know why he needed help, but I guess he just felt like he needed to. That was without a doubt a strike. She went right through the zone with the bat. That's going to be the second out. Brantley gets her to go up at that high pitch this time and gets that out. So we got a runner on second and third. Alexis Ardano. Greenlee looking to get out. It's a ball outside. Ball high. Rogers has a beat on it in foul territory. She hauls it in for the third out of the inning.
0-1, 0-2.
No hits, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 left on base.
That'll do it for the top of the 6th inning, ladies and gentlemen. That was no runs,
Alabama State 3, Jackson
no
State
errors
1.
with 2 left on base.
All right, after a couple warm-up pitches and then a couple more warm-up pitches, we have a new pitcher, Victoria Salazar, coming in to pitch.
Another base hit. Let's go, kid. That goes out the double.
In the bottom of the 6th. Alabama State brings to the plate from 34, Brooke Ramsey, who's thrown out a couple of batters today. The umpire has called time because because her batting gloves are not secured. Now, as stupid as that might sound, if you think about the pitches earlier in the game that were questionable whether they hit somebody or not, if you think the uniform is part of the body, and if you have a flapped open batting glove, that gives you an extra 3 or 4 inches you might get hit. So, might be petty, but it is not a terrible rule. And Ramsey swings at the first pitch outside from Salazar. And the next pitch outside. We got a 1-1 count to Brooke here. Bottom of the 6th. She grounds at the 3rd. She's able to handle it, fire over to 1st, and record out number 1 here. Bottom of the 6th.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, 3rd baseman, number 22, Kiana Parrish.
Kiana Parrish, number 22, coming to the plate. And now we have the umpire talking to the first baseman about something. I don't know if she made some kind of a move or something like that, but he saw something he felt like he needed to give her some sort of warning on. And now we're back to playing. First pitch from Salazar is a strike.
Drive it to right center.
We also have a new catcher here for Jackson State, Christine Carlson, behind the plate, and we've pushed the count to 0-2 on Scott here with 1 out. That's Miss Lowen outside. Move count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looks like Salazar likes to live outside. Curveball moving out of the zone. It's going to be see if we have the ability to lay off of it or not. I don't think it's coming across that front corner of the plate. And that's going to miss high for ball 2. Also notice Carlson is as far up as she can be in the catcher's position. So anything that moves, she's not going to catch it very deep in the pocket. Scott to 3rd base, and we've got another error on the 3rd baseman, and she's able to advance to 2nd on the errant throw. The 3rd baseman, Jalia Hubbard, just has not looked comfortable over there, even in some of the plays that she has gotten.
21,
That's going to
Scott.
put Kiana Parrish on 2nd base, bring up Alana Scott.
Number 25 is going to pinch run.
Pitch running number 25?
Yes.
The freshman from Mobile, Janiyah Boykin, is going to
Pitch
be coming in
running
to
for the
run.
Hornets, number 25, Janiyah Boykin.
Coach Browley trying to get every run he can in to give Greenlee as much of a cushion going into the 7th inning. And hopefully we don't come to bat again.
Go box, wide open up the middle. Drive it through there.
Say it again, bro. What's going on? It's okay. You all right?
All right, Alana Scott digs in. We've got a 0-0 count. Runner on 2nd. It's going to miss low. Ball 1.
Huh? No, I don't. I don't even do that.
drive it up the middle.
Scott runs the signals back through, make sure she knows what's going on. 1 out. She shows the bunt. It's going to be, they try the fake bunt and still Jackson State shortstop Rachel Barker able to move over there, get in position. The throw's right on the money, and Guns Boykin down for out number 2. It's going to bring Lana Scott up with 2 outs, or she's going to be with a 1-0 count, rather. She hits it a short. Now, for everything that Barker did right on the last play, she does wrong on this one.
Next up at bat for the Hornets.
Allows Lana Scott ability
Number 3, Bailey
move to first base
Greenlee.
on the error. Brings up Bailey Greenlee, now pitching. Looking to try to help herself out a little bit as well. With 2 outs. Greenlee hammers it hard
Hey, let's go, baby.
down the first base line. Kevin Montgomery, the coach, able to handle it, get it back to the pitcher. One thing you won't see Greenlee do is take a lot of pitches. She is quick to try to put something in play. And she gets in on her hands, run the count to no balls, 2 strikes. Scott on second. That curveball gets inside on the lefty pretty quick. Like I said earlier, lefties don't see that pitch as often. And she works outside, drops it at short. Barker's able to handle this one, fires it to first. Arredondo hauls it in for the 3rd out of the inning. We're moving to the top of the 7th and hopefully the final frame. Alabama State 3, Jackson State 1.
That'll do it for the top of that inning, ladies and
All right, here we are, top of the 7th. Ashley Pye back in to finish this game out. She's got a 3-1 lead, so she could get the save in this game. Greenlee on the rubber when we took the lead. And so if she can get the save right here, we can close this out. We can take a little break and get in the game too. But first we got to order of business as we see Samaya Huckabee coming to the plate. Pye's first pitch. It's going to be a little high and outside. 4 ball 1. She's got 1 ball, no strikes. Huckabee, Barker, and Maury Stevens back at the top of the lineup. So we got 8, 9, and 1 that Pye will face. And hopefully that's it and we can call it a day. And she fires one in the right field, takes a little false step to the back, has to come in. Nice play by Alexia Denby. Got fooled a little bit, took a back step, but it was coming in, and she had to come in hard. Made a great play, snow cone a little bit, but held on to it
shortstop
to
number
get
2,
the out.
Rachel Barker.
Alexia Denby records the first out. Pye's got the first out. We're batting number 9, Rachel Barker at the plate. we get this one, we get one more, and we get another win, and we already will have the series, and then we can go for the sweep in the next one. But first, let's get down to business as Pie delivers. Strike one. Ashley Pie gets the signal. Toes the rubber and the windup. That curveball has been on today. This time she moves it from the inside back over the plate. 4, strike 2. Yes, she did, but that's going to be a ball. But if she tried her best to get hit by it, and the coaches and the umpires letting her know.
I don't know, because one time the microphone and all of this was working and they fixed it over there. They did some over here to make it come on. So I'm not really sure.
I'm not sure what they're trying to find out, because even if she got hit, she intentionally moved into that ball.
No, she'd be out. It should be just a ball.
He's trying to get the base. But like I said, even if she tried, even if he called it, it was a ball and she tried to move into it. She didn't stay still. And now he's yelling at the first base umpire. And here in the 7th inning, he better be careful not to make matters even worse. It's a weak ground ball to Pie. Pie over Preston, and we
back to the top of the lineup for the Tigers.
The second out
left
of the inning.
fielder number 8, Maury Stevens.
So Pie now has 2 outs. She's facing Maury Stevens. This is where she came out. Bailey Greenlee faced 7 batters. This is where she came out. Now she's picking that back up here. And that curveball's still killing it. Gets that front corner for strike 1. If you work ahead of your hitters, you're going to be in so much better shape. And she has done a phenomenal job of that last night and today. She digs in the windup in the pitch. It's going to be low for ball 1. Top of the 7th, 2 outs, lead off. Ashley Pie looking to close it out here. Give the Hornets their 10th conference win. Called strike. A win puts them at 10-4. And gives them also a series win as well. Good 1-2 count. Ground ball to third. Picks it up, gets it over, but is not able to get the out.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, number 9, Brooklyn
Parrish.
Morris.
Possibly an error. Actually going to give it a hit. Took that second high bounce. Going to give her a hit. She's going to have a first runner on first, and Brooklyn Morris is going to come to the plate. First pitch called outside for strike 1 to Morris. Pie gets the pitch, the windup. Hit the third baseman. Scott's going to get another shot at it. She's going to fire it over to Alex Preston. And we've got a ball game, folks. Alabama State 3, Jackson State 1. We're going to take about a 20-25 minute break as both teams recover and get ready for the second game of the doubleheader. Again, Alabama State 2-0 now in the conference in this series. 10-4 now in the conference and looking for the sweep in the next game. We'll catch you on the backside of this doubleheader here in about 20 to 25 minutes.